Dear students, let's have a quick recall of oxidation and reduction. A chemical reaction which involves addition of oxygen or loss of hydrogen is said to be oxidation reaction, whereas a chemical reaction which involves gain of hydrogen or loss of oxygen is said to be a reduction reaction. If we take it from point of view of gain or loss of electron, then oxidation is loss of electron, whereas reduction is gain of electron. We also discussed that single oxidation or single reduction reaction doesn't take place. Both the chemical reaction takes place simultaneously because when loss of oxygen takes place, then it is gain of another, and if loss of hydrogen is there, then also it is gain of another one. Same is about the electron. So both the reaction takes place simultaneously. Now have a look at this reaction once again and come to understand two more new terms, oxidizing agent and reducing agent. I told you that if there are two substances A and B and A is oxidized whereas B is reduced. Suppose A is oxidized and B is reduced, then B has helped in the oxidation of A and A has helped in reduction of B. How? By loss and gain of electron or oxygen or hydrogen. So if A is oxidized to let's change the name. Okay, not A and B. Okay, sorry. A is oxidized to C and B is oxidized to D. Then B is acting as oxidizing agent by helping A to do so, and A is acting as reducing agent by helping B to do so. Find it complicated? Okay. Let's take it one more example to elaborate on this. See here. Here Fe3O4 loses oxygen and becomes Fe. So here loss of oxygen is taking place. Where does this lost oxygen goes? It is gained by hydrogen. Hydrogen gains it to become water. So it is gain of oxygen. It means ferric oxide is reduced to iron by loss of oxygen and hydrogen is oxidized to water by gain of oxygen. But ferric oxide would not have lost oxygen if there was not hydrogen to take those oxygen atoms. So actually hydrogen here is helping in the reduction of ferric oxide to iron. It means ferric oxide is reduced to iron, so hydrogen is acting as reducing agent, means someone to help in reduction. Now think of from hydrogen, the reaction of hydrogen to water. In this, hydrogen gained oxygen to become water, so this is oxidation of hydrogen to water. But from where it gained those oxygen? This oxygen is given by ferric oxide. It means ferric oxide helped in the oxidation of hydrogen to water. So ferric oxide is acting as oxidizing agent. It means when ferric oxide lost oxygen to reduce to iron, it gave those oxygen to hydrogen to get oxidized. So when ferric oxide itself gets reduced, but it helped the other one to get oxidized. It means ferric oxide is reduced and it is acting as oxidizing agent as well. Whereas hydrogen is oxidized and it is acting as reducing agent. It means during any oxidation reduction reaction, that is a redox reaction, one of the substance is oxidized and it helps in reduction of other. So the substance that get oxidized acts as reducing agent. Like hydrogen is oxidized in this reaction, therefore it is acting as reducing agent. Now you will understand why I said that hydrogen is a good reducing agent. Look here only. Hydrogen is helping in reduction of metal oxide, that is ferric oxide. So hydrogen is acting as reducing agent, whereas it itself is oxidized. The summary is that an oxidizing agent itself is reduced during a chemical reaction and a reducing agent itself is oxidized during chemical reaction. It means if you are given a chemical reaction and you are told that which of the substance is oxidized or which of the substance is reduced or which of the substance is acting as oxidizing agent and which of the substance is acting as reducing agent, it is not so difficult to understand. If you understand only one of the thing, that which one of the substance is oxidized or which one of the substance is reduced. Look here. CuO plus H2, Cu plus H2. Now here, if you understand that cupric oxide has lost oxygen, so it is reduced, then it is also understood that other one is oxidized. So this one is reduced and this one is oxidized. And as cupric oxide is reduced, so for sure it is acting as oxidizing agent. Whereas as hydrogen is oxidized, so for sure it is acting as reducing agent. Both, rather all the four terms, which one is oxidized, which one is reduced, which one is acting as oxidizing agent, which one is acting as reducing agent, all this is to be considered first thing only from left hand side, nothing from right hand side. For all the four questions, the substance is oxidized, which substance is reduced, which substance is acting as oxidizing agent, which substance is acting as reducing agent, all the four answers will be from the reactants of left hand side only. And if you understand one answer, then others are automatically correct. Like if hydrogen is oxidized to water, it means definitely other one is reduced. And as it is oxidized to water, it means it is acting as reducing agent and as it is acting as reducing agent, so another one is obviously acting as oxidizing agent. Do a little bit of the practice of it to make it even more clear. Okay, one more type of reaction means half reactions are given sometime in which we don't ask oxidizing and reducing agent, but we ask only which one is oxidized or which one is reduced, or whether this reaction is an oxidation reaction or it is a reduction reaction. But you'll say, how can we say a redox reaction is only? No, we can write half reaction. Take example like this. Cu to Cu plus 2. If Cu to Cu plus 2, and question will be, write whether this is an oxidation reaction or reduction reaction. A half reaction can be oxidation reaction and reduction reaction only. Half reaction means that Cu plus S2SO4 gives CuSO4 plus H2. In this one half reaction is conversion of copper to Cu plus 2. So if this one is oxidized, then other one will be reduced. That is another thing. So look at here. How to understand it? With the help of electrons. If copper has become Cu 2 plus by loss of electron, as you can understand, by loss of electron. Then loss of electron is oxidation. So this is an oxidation reaction. Now if we write it just reverse way, Cu2 plus 2Cu, then how it will become possible? By gain of electron. Then this one will be a reduction. So children, normally we don't give half reactions in class 8, but still you must understand that loss of electron is oxidation and gain of electron is reduction, and also that in a redox reaction one of the reactant is oxidized and other is reduced. The substance which is oxidized acts as reducing agent and the substance which is reduced acts as oxidizing agent.